Hey guys, Psyche Pictures here with a very important trigger warning about implication of suicide from this episode until the end of the class trial. So, in this episode and episodes after this, we have a bunch of implied suicide going forward through the next class trial. So, I want to say I just wanted to do this PSA for people that will probably be triggered from this. So, I'm going to straight up say this as a slight spoiler. It says it implies suicide, but it is a murder. If you are not comfortable with implication of suicide, do not watch the next several episodes. This warning will be before every single episode in question. So, if you see this warning, don't watch the episode if you're triggered easily by suicide, by hanging. So, also, there will be a summary episode at the end of the class trial stating who was murdered and who killed them. So, I just want to say this for one last thing. If you or a loved one has thoughts of suicide, please call the number on your screen right now. And it's the number for the suicide hotline. So if you have implication, if you or a loved one has had thoughts of suicide, please call this number that's on your screen right now. View these videos at your own risk. With that, let's get on with the video. Hi, Nagito. What are you doing in here? Doesn't look like there's much suspicious here, except for the stickers on the floor. There's a lot of stickers with the venue's logo placed here. It's like they made a bunch of them, but they had too many left over. It feels somewhat depressing. Huh? Compared to last time, it feels like there's less stickers than before. Am I overthinking this? Yeah, there's less stickers than before, I know that. There's carpeting, wallpaper, and paint on the shelf. It's probably used for storage decorations. Huh? Thick black paper that's folded on the lower shelf. It looks like wallpaper. There are a lot of stickers pasted all over it on this side of the wallpaper. And the edge of the wallpaper is torn. It looks a little torn, but what does that mean? Interesting. Musical instruments. Oh, that was weird. Good thing it was his stomach, not lower below. There's a lot of different musical instruments lined up here. I know about guitars and drums, but there are also instruments and machines I've never seen before. But they don't really look like anything to pertain to the case. Full-length mirror. You can see your whole body in this huge full-length mirror. It's probably used for checking costumes. With a mirror this big, it's easy to check how you look. Nagito! Nagito, did you come here to investigate the storage room too? I wanted to confirm what you were thinking. Is that it? Or is he trying to stand guard here?
Hey.
So, how about it? Did you find any clues? The tipped-over stepladder on the stage, the duct tape binding Hyoko. That probably all came from the storage room. There might be other things from the storage room that they used for the crime. You always pretend to give me hints, but in the end, you're just gonna be on the killer's side, right? I'm not siding with the killer, you know? I'm just on the side of whoever acts in the name of hope. That's all there is to it. That's the main reason why this case is really special. Huh?
Man.
But I can't say for certain, though. What is this guy saying? As usual, he's not making any sense.
Hajime.
By the way, Hajime, I still don't quite understand the details of what happened.
Right?
Hey, if you can explain it to me in detail, I think I'd be able to give you some more useful information. Really? You might end up confusing us again instead. You don't want to find the truth. You just want to make us suffer.
How mean.
It's not true. That's not true. I'm doing this because I believe it's for everyone's sake. Oh well. For the sake of everyone's hope, I'd gladly become the enemy, and I won't even mind if I die, when I die. That's the main reason why I can't overlook this case this time. Huh? What does that mean? Regardless, I guess you're not gonna tell me, huh? Then it can't be helped. I guess I'll just rely on my gut feelings. Gut feelings?
Hey.
You should come by later too. I'll go there first and wait for you. Where exactly are you talking about? Well, obviously the movie theater. After he said that, Nagito walked out of my sight. Movie theater? Why the sudden interest in the movie theater? I guess that's everything important in the storage room. And so you can go back to the music venue. Okay. But that thick paper came from the storage room. Alright, with this, we might be close to finished investigating the music venue. I still need to talk to Mikan. I need to make sure I get the autopsy results from her. How about it, Mikan? Have you found out anything by now? To tell you the truth, it's been very inconclusive. But it's not my fault. This music venue is just too hot. But because of the heat, I can't understand the time of death. Oh, that's what she's saying. Because of the heat, I can't understand the time of death. Because of the heat? Is that possible? If the body is overexposed to heat or cold, you won't be able to determine a precise time of death. I see. That might have been the killer's goal. They covered up their time of death by using the heater to make the inside of the music venue hot. But that's weird.
But...
Even if this heat is the killer's doing, is there any reason for them to cover up the time of death? I agree. That's actually really weird that they were smart enough to do that. Who was smart enough to do that? As long as I saw it, it should be clear what order the murders occurred. First was Ibuki, then Hiyoko. And as long as this is an imitation murder, there shouldn't be any mistaking in the order of the murders. Imitation murder? What do you mean by that?
Huh?
Huh? You don't know, Hajime? I thought everyone already knew.
See?
It's a murder where the killer uses a creative work, like a song or a film, as an outline for their killings. It's so common in detective novels, mangas, and video games that you start to get annoyed by it. How would an imitation murder be related to this murder? Well, based on the killing order and the way they were killed, it's clearly an imitation of that movie. That movie.
Good instincts.
The assumption is an imitation murder is the reason why the killer killed two people. The goal was an imitation killer. Even so, why did they feel the need to do something like that?
Do you have a minute?
Excuse me, if this was really an imitation of that movie, then is it possible that one more person might have been killed?
This, too, must be the will.
It's certainly conceivable if the killer wishes to complete the imitation. But hold on a sec. What are you talking about? An imitation murder? One more person might have been killed? Are you guys worried that there's gonna be another victim? Then no worries. Things would get out of hand too fast if a bunch of people could be killed at once. I am a real cautious fella, so I prepared a perfect countermeasure. On this school trip, the maximum blackened can only kill a maximum of 2 people.
Huh?
You mean you've added another rule?
Yep.
Well, if killing everyone at once is okay, the blackened would be able to secure an easy victory, right? This new rule will prevent that. Make sure you slam it into your tiny brains. If it is a maximum of 2 people, then there will not be any more killings. Since you're here anyway, can I ask you one more thing? You know, I just want to confirm one of the class trial rules. I see. As expected of you, you're very strict about games.
Perhaps.
I don't want to consider this this possibility at all, and I don't want to think someone would do this. If 2 cases occur at once, what happens if there are 2 killers? Eh? Like I said, I'm talking about the possibility that Ibuki and Hiyoko were killed by 2 different people. That would mean that 2 killers exist at the same time, but we can only vote for 1 person, right?
I am concerned.
If we can only choose one based on majority vote, the other person could certainly achieve victory.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
See?
So, what happens in that case? What about a case where there's 3 incidents instead of 2? Or if 4 incidents overlap one another?
Silence.
Shut up! It's okay. I'll make extra sure something like that never happens.
Hey.
Meaning 2 killers can't exist at the same time. So it's safe to say that applies to this case too, right?
Wow.
Ugh.
I don't like this.
Alright, fine. That's right, there's only 1 killer at any given time. Even if they had an accomplice, I'd have you figure out who the mastermind is. Man, I ended up giving a huge hint. She made me say this. Gamer brains are not to be underestimated. I should just shut up and go back to my cave. I see, so there's no possibility for 2 killers to exist at the same time. With this, I guess that narrows things down a little. Yep, that makes things a little easier.
Fine.
Plus, if the same killer can kill a maximum of 2 people, it means a third victim would be impossible. Imitation murder breakthrough. You guys keep saying that, and it sounds strange to me. What do you guys mean by imitation? Could it be you haven't seen it? Seen it? Seriously, seen what?
So...
Like I said, that movie.
Oh my.
When we first explored this island, Monokuma was passing out invitation tickets. Then the imitation is... Of course. It's an imitation of that movie.
Well?
Well, based on the murders this time, it closely resembles that movie, as if they were copying it. As if they copied the movie. I see. Nagito mentioned something about that. Then it can't be helped. I guess I'll just rely on my gut feelings. Gut feelings? You should come by later, too. I'll go there first and wait for you. Where exactly are you talking about? Well, obviously the movie theater.
You...
I see, so you haven't seen it. Still, it's not too late, I think. It's probably a good idea if you watch that movie before the class trial starts. Looks like I need to do that. Then I should get going too. There are more places I want to investigate. Where do you intend to go next, Chiaki? Probably the hospital for sure. The first victim, Ibuki, was there. I don't know what was going on at the hospital in the first place.
You are right.
Thanks to that despair disease, we could not go there for some time. She's right, it might be good for me to investigate the hospital too. There might be some clues related to Ibuki's death. For clues related to Hiyoko's death, I should try going over to the motel. There's still a lot of things I can do before the class trial. I'll definitely give it my all until the end. Where's Sonia? Okay. Sonia probably went to Hiyoko's apartment. Motel room. Third island. I want to go to the hospital first, though. I want to see if there's something there. Hospital. Hospital. Oh, Kazuichi's here. Huh. Interesting. Chiaki.
Well?
I feel like I haven't been here for a while, even though it's only been a few days. Kazuichi, what are you doing here? Hey, you prepared that surveillance camera unit, right?
Hey!
Yeah, so? It didn't make any weird modification. I didn't make any weird modifications or anything. It's not like I'm suspicious or anything. Didn't you get this from the shady-looking alley where all those machines were lined up?
Right!
Yeah, I just tweaked it a little. Then, if there are other surveillance camera units, would it be possible to transmit a signal to the hospital from those cameras too?
Man.
No, that's impossible. Originally, surveillance cameras and surveillance monitors are only used as a part of the same unit. The video that was filmed with the hospital camera can only be viewed from the hospital monitor. The video that was filmed with the music venue camera can only be seen on the music venue monitor.
Hey!
But if I left it like that, it would have been able to communicate. We wouldn't have been able to communicate. So I decided to swap the cameras. So that's how you guys were able to view the hospital footage from the music venue and vice versa. However, each surveillance camera unit manages its broadcast based on a specific number. So even if you bring the small model camera or monitor, you won't be able to interfere with the signal. Meaning, even if another surveillance camera exists, it'd be impossible to broadcast with it. However, I didn't just swap the cameras. I modified them and increased their wireless range. If I hadn't done that, we wouldn't have been able to use it. You're right, you did work on that. There's a surveillance camera on top of the reception desk. As long as the music venue's surveillance camera unit is destroyed, it's impossible to broadcast with this.
Hajime.
Hey Hajime, there's something I want to ask you. You first discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue, right? Why did you go to the music venue? You had a reason for that, right? Did you see something with this camera?
That's right!
Oh, I also wanted to ask you that. It'd be different if the surveillance camera unit could record, but it's only good for household functions.
Hey.
Tell me, Hajime. Yeah, that's exactly it. I saw a strange video in the surveillance camera unit. It showed the music venue stage. There was a black curtain hanging like there is now. But the whole display was pretty dark because they were using a candlelight. There was a rope hanging from the ceiling, and beneath that, there was a stepladder on the floor. And right away, a person wearing a hospital gown and a handbag on their head appeared. I didn't know who it was because their face was covered, but now I know it must have been Ibuki. She walked straight to the stepladder, and without any hesitation, she climbed that stepladder on her own free will, and then she grabbed the rope, and that's all I saw. The candlelight must have been snuffed out or something, because the screen went dark all of a sudden, and it wasn't displaying anything anymore.
Man.
Well, if the candlelight goes out, obviously nothing will show up. Modern surveillance cameras have infrared functions, so things can still show up even in the dark. But the one I got from the machine alley was a really old model. Hold on.
Well?
At that time, you said you didn't know the person wearing the handbag was Ibuki, right? Yeah? You didn't know it was her, but you saw she was trying to hang herself. So you rushed over to the music venue to try to stop her. But I didn't make it in time.
Hey!
Still, if she climbed the stepladder on her own, does that mean she committed suicide? Wouldn't that mean she's her own killer? Ibuki committed suicide. What do you think, Chiaki? There's no doubt Ibuki climbed the ladder on her own, right? Yeah, there's no doubt. If so...
No.
Hey, don't think for so long. If you don't know, just be honest about it. Well, of course she doesn't. There's no way we'd be able to figure it out that easily. Oh, yeah, I need to investigate the conference room on the second floor. I'm heading over there. What the heck? She ran away all of a sudden. She said the conference room. Why would she mention the conference room all of a sudden? Also, I might just be overthinking it, but does she seem a little upset? Surveillance monitor video has been added to the truth bullets. Akane, what are you doing here?
Now then.
I'm finally getting back to my normal self.
Alright!
Hajime, help me out with my recovery. You can touch my boobs if you win. No thanks. She was bearable when she was quiet. It'd be so much better if she was still feeling after effects. She'd beat me up if I said that too loud. Anyway, why are you here?
Hey!
Well, I've never been sick or hurt before, so I had no idea, but hospital gowns are pretty comfy. I was thinking I might as well keep wearing one. Don't tell me you're planning to wear the hospital gowns from now on. That's the idea, but it looks like they're out of stock. It looked like there was one gown for each patient's room, so I thought there'd be more in the empty rooms. There weren't any gowns? Yeah, that's right. Ibuki died wearing one, so the only one left is the one Nagito was wearing. If I have no choice then I should use Nagito's. It's a unisex size, so I'll probably be able to fit in it. Hold on, what happened to the gown you were wearing? Are you saying I should wear the one I already wore? That's gross. Wearing clothes someone else is wearing is even grosser. No time to dilly-dally. I totally left Mikon back at the music venue. Crap, I gotta go back soon. Well, it's okay since I already investigated the music venue, but leaving her on guard duty was a bad idea. This was Ibuki's room. Looks like this is an open room. There shouldn't be anyone inside. I should look somewhere else. This was Ibuki's room! I should be able to investigate that. That's Nagito's. That was Akane's. Okay, whatever. Room 4. Whatever. Stairs, go up. Go up the stairs. Whoa, this is a big floor. There should be another Monokuma thing around here, though. That's an iron lung or something like that. Oh yeah, it's in here. Never mind. Conference room. There's a hidden Monokuma in there.